other campsite we could have stayed at is right up in there. Would have bought us a half mile, but that's it. We have beached the boat yesterday, not last night, but the night before. We camped right over there. There's a little inlet here. There's a lake called Lee Lake, and it is like 100 yards inside here. And I can just imagine, like, well, I'm trying to imagine. I do. Have 100 people seen it? Have 1,000 people seen it? Have not very many people actually seen it? But I will be one of them, and I'll bring you with me. It might not be anything exciting, but well, we were hoping for a couple of elk or something exciting. Raspberries? Yeah. Oh, Steph found her berries. She's always good at that. More ducks. I don't see any critters. I can hear another red-tailed hawk screaming. I gotta hurry and eat these before Steph gets here. She'll spend all day here. We've been collected all those huckleberries the other day. Make sure there's not a bear doing the same thing here. Anyway, had them in our oatmeal, and man, what a pop of a zing of a yum. Anyway, that is Lee Lake. You can all say you've seen it now. Man, I had to stop here. This is 5L5 is the designation. There is a bear box here. But this is the campsite. Like, I mean, there's a flat spot to put your tent, and beautiful ocean view, a lake view. There is not a, oh, there is a campfire ring. Plenty of deadfall for you. Man, I thought the last one was lacking for shade at a bear vault. I saw this and I couldn't believe. I got on Google Earth and like looked at everything before I came, and I think it's 5L5 through 5L7 are just burn areas. I would have been bummed to pick this blind, just, you know, like knowing that I needed to be this distance or whatever, and then get here and find this was your campsite. But we got miles to make. I don't know if we are making it to, here's my finger, there, focus, or there before we go around the point. Hoping for the first, but not planning on it. Come on now, focus back up. Anyway, miles to go. And we just stopped down there at that point to have a snack and stop, and dawned on me 5L6 is right here. So, I mean, why not peek at it? For being in the burn area, this is 100 times prettier than the 5L5 one. Holy crapola. I never look up high enough for the bear pole. I still don't see it, but we're talking like full-on benches and there's a trail that heads over this way. I'd guess that'd go to bathroom. Yeah, the tent site. This actually isn't a bad camp. Tent site right there, fire. I just haven't seen the pole yet, and maybe there's a box up here. I don't know. And bathroom would be over there. So not a horrible one. Way better than 5. 5 is a barren desert, wasteland. So sometimes when the water is calm, we take our chances and we cut these bays. And I believe this is their promontory mountains between us and the other arm, the southeast arm. We're gonna, it was the furthest one away when I was talking earlier. I think we have to go around that point there. We pulled off here. We're right at the point between the south arm is around that corner and the southeast arm is around that corner. Just found this pretty spot. There's petrified wood everywhere. I think it's agate. Anyhow, kind of a weird formations of rocks. These have coming down, I'm guessing, from promontory. We've had rolled all the way down from that. Well, today's the day we're supposed to have afternoon thunderstorms, and I wasn't believing it this morning, but it's becoming more and more evident that the weather guesser was right. So we're gonna hit the trail again. Okay, there is the first campsite in the southeast arm. We're not gonna go to shore and check it out, but it's got a big bear hang and a bear barrel. Up there is called the Brimstone Basin. There's some thermal features, even up into there. There's a wide picture of the whole arm as we're getting down into it. We're cruising past Promontory Mountain. Just getting started into the southeast bay arm. Okay, there's some wildlife for you. There's a doe right over there, and that's her fawn. They saw us and failed. The doe is still, she's just over the rise here, sitting over there eating. She could care less. Oh, there he just ran into the trees there. A little wind pick up on us. And we wanted to come to shore, but not necessarily here, but we didn't have any choice. It just drove us here. That right there is called Molly's Island. And we have to stay a half a mile away from it, which is basically the shoreline. Oops, sorry. Because it's some bird nesting refuge something. Anyhow, the waves and the wind are so bad right now that I can't get far enough from shore to paddle without getting too close to the island. So we're kind of stuck here. Campsite I wanted to stay at. It's over there. And it wasn't available. So we got about, I don't know, 3 more miles to go this way to the one that was available. So we've already been our 15 miles for the day. We got a ways to go, but we may end up walking the shoreline. I don't have any alternative. If we can get around to where it goes back in, we can paddle again. But it's been a beautiful day. I mean, no complaints. We got sprinkled on a little bit here and there, but nothing's even wet. Holy crapola, I've had to take a minute here and collect myself. We were riding waves out there, big old rollers. You'd go to paddle and you'd be air. We were on top of 2 different waves at the same time, and there'd be air underneath us. That was sketchy, doing zigzags along the shore because the waves were breaking in the wrong spot. But we made it to 6A3, and this is an absolutely beautiful site. Fire pit with benches, bear box, beautiful wife. She makes everything better. I'm guessing this is the trip to the bathroom. Our tent spot is right here. I have never been so happy to be somewhere in my life. That's actually flat. I'm excited. Oh, I am, well, rained a little bit on us. I finally, there towards the end, put my vest on. It was getting ugly and I am drenched. Man, it is just absolutely beautiful. There's a little half of a trail here. One of these is gonna, be the bathroom. And this one isn't 10 miles from camp, it doesn't look like. Eau de toilette. Well, maybe it is. Holy crapola. Yeah, there she is right there. Okay, super not far away. I like it. We're gonna gather all our stuff to shore, set up camp, and take a few deep breaths, see if I can get my heart rate back down. That was awesome, like scary awesome. View from the campsite. I have like 0 complaints about this. I really wanted that other site. It seemed like there was a meadow there. The chance for wildlife viewing would be better. But every meadow we've had, we have seen, well, we saw a doe and 2 fawns today, and I saw 2 elk. Was it on day 2? I've already lost track. I think day 2. No wildlife. But this whole lower section here is, the river will be coming in here. And our next camp is just on the other side up here a ways. So tomorrow will be another good chance for this delta basin here for viewing. Wow, happy to be here. So we finished dinner and actually had cell service. I checked my phone at every campsite, you never know. I'm on Verizon, I had 2 bars. I was able to call my ma and some of my kids, let them know everything was all right. And then we decided to go for a walk. We're like 0.3 of a mile from camp, on the trail anyway. Anyway, ran into this little lily pad pond. Frogs, and we scared away a couple of, yes, my friend's daughter calls them pterodactyls, but they are sandhill cranes. I always have to think about that. All right, we are off. That campsite so far has been our favorite. I was mad when I didn't get the one I wanted. It was the only campsite that they had to substitute that I picked from home, but I'm kind of glad now. We are off. We have very far, like 5 miles, if that, to go today. We're just basically gonna really do the shoreline and maybe even get out and explore some of this delta down here. Such a beautiful day. Hi. That little point right there was our camp. And we're gonna pop up here right off the bat here and go check out the ranger station. Okay, here is the Backcountry Rangers station. There's no boats here. And all the doors have padlocks on them, so I'm guessing there's not even anybody here. They have a pretty sweet setup. What kind of job would this be, huh? Live back here, cruise around, cruise the trails, make sure people are complying. And dig a few latrine holes, I'm guessing. Sweet. Sign me up. All right, we came around. We just happened to see 6A4. We have all day to go very little. Seems a little squishy to get to. Oh, another pretty campsite. Meadowy. Oh, there's a bear box. Lots of tent sites. Like a cooking table. Fire ring. Lots of spots on the outliers to set up tents. This is a little different style bear box than I've seen. I'm not sure ours would fit in there. Maybe it would. That's an old school one, homemade. Interesting. Pretty sight. Beautiful view of the whole length of the lake. Bald eagle perched over us. Over there was a red-tailed hawk perched over us. Lots of nests down here, and we are almost at the very bottom. I don't know how much further we're going to get to go in because it's so shallow here. Okay, we got us a pair of swans over here. This inlet goes in here, but it is like, I don't know, 8 inches deep here. There, not make you sick. It's about 8 inches deep here. That's all we can do to get through it. So I don't think we're going to be able to go in as far as we wanted to. Shallows again. This is where the river comes into the lake. You can see how dirty it's bringing all that dirty water in from the rain we've been having. this would be the place that you'd think you'd see buffalo and things of that sort. But we're not.
It's not the sticky mud, is it?
It's just gassing out. All right, 5 and like 0.6 miles, and we are home for the night. This is 5E2. Now this is a site that you, like hikers from the thoroughfare, would hit, or boaters can hit. So nice big campfire. Tent spot. I saw the bear pole from shore, but I don't remember where. That's how I knew we were getting close. Well, I'll keep looking, I'll find it. All right, I like these early days. We had a chance to go bathe again, change clothes, and this never gets old. Had 11 more patches I had to make. Steph just said, why don't you just paint the whole bottom of the thing, which is a thought, but it'd weigh so stinking much. Really not the point. But it does get old blowing that thing up all night long. But it's, I don't even know, 2 o'clock. And we're just chilling in camp. Well, we've had a pretty lazy day in camp today. I think we laid down for 2 hours and just laid there in the shade. That was pretty nice. I inflated my air pad after patching those holes, and I don't remember if it was 9 or 11, whatever it was that I just said. And took it out and patched 8 more. To the point I'm out of seam sealer now. But we're walking down. This is actually the thoroughfare trail. We're just trying to get up here. We're maybe a half mile from camp. Trying to get up here and get a little above the lake perspective of the delta. The delta is not at all what I expected. I knew that there was a row of willows. On like the shore there, but it is straight up willows. Far back in there till you hit the trees. Interesting. I was picturing meadows and buffalo feeding on the shoreline of the river. Not so much. But it's starting to cloud up properly on us. We're gonna head back, have ourselves some orange pork for dinner. It's a new recipe we haven't tried yet. There's a pine grouse. Miles. Her and her baby. She's just sitting on the rock when we came by. There she is. Whoa! There's her baby. Whoa! What am I gonna do now? There he goes. Oh, there's some wildlife. Well, it's about 10 to 7. And our afternoon, evening thunderstorms are arrived. We're sitting here on a log under a tree, and it's completely dry. We've had 2 really gnarly, or 3 really good rainstorms go through. And it seems to have calmed. Just the distant roar of thunder. I don't think you can see him, but if you see the bush, where's my finger at? Wiggling right there. There's a chipmunk up in that raspberry bush eating raspberries. There you can see him. Well, we came down to the beach. There was an existing little fire pit down here. I don't know if it's obviously probably not a government one, but it says you can only have fires in existing fire pits, so we're following the rules. Lots of thunder going on over there, lightning going on. Over here, and as soon as I got the fire lit, it started raining again, but it's not raining hard yet, so we're riding it out. Of course, as long as I'm filming. Oh, there was some. Yeah. Yeah, we're about to get rained on severely.